needed to do it, and I thought I'd bring you guys along. If you'd like to relax, that is fine. If you want to fall asleep, that is also fine. But if you want to reset your year with me, by all means, please do so. Okay, you're gonna need a few things. If you are the kind of person who keeps a planner, go and grab your planner. You'll also need a notebook and probably, well, not even a notebook, maybe just some pieces of paper if you don't have a notebook. I've got a pen, 2 pens. Actually, I've got a pencil case. Now, anyone can do this reset. The questions and stuff that I'm gonna talk about are relevant to everyone. I personally am a Christian stay-at-home mum and housemaker, homekeeper, something like that. But if you're a business person, if you're a veterinarian, if you're a pastor, these will be relevant to you. Just emptying this out. A couple of highlighters will also be useful, and wow, more pens. Okay. Now, I'm the kind of person, if I'm doing a reset of any kind, I want to hit the ground running. So this morning, I tackled the one area of my kitchen that is always kind of overwhelming to me. The kitchen is my biggest struggle to keep on top of. So before any of this, I went and I tackled the kitchen, rearranged it, got it looking nice and clean, and that just puts me in the headspace to move forward and start redoing things. So if you've got a minute, just think, what is one area of your house that you are currently not happy with, or even one area of your office cubicle. It might be a drawer that's always messy. Just one thing that you're not happy with, go and fix it. I also like to have a couple of books to use for inspiration. Sort of like inspiration for what you want your year to look like, or things that you want to include in your year. So I have been using this book a lot. My daughter and I have been doing nature studies. I've been learning about what's growing in our yard, the different kinds of birds we have. So this has been my inspiration for a lot of it. It is The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady by Edith Holden. So I have that just to flip through for inspiration if I need it. And I also have this is Sarah Ban Breathnach's Mrs. Sharp's Traditions. This is all about Victorian time period lifestyle, the days that they celebrated, all that kind of thing. And I've been using this a lot because I grew up not really celebrating anything. So now we're trying to get more in the spirit of fun and just enjoying life. So learning about things like Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, what do we do at different times of the year. This book has been a great help. These books are great for me because I am a stay-at-home mum. I'm running a house. I'm a housewife. I'm a gardener. So these are what is relevant for me to encourage, inspire, and help me plan my year. But if you're someone who's, working as a pastor, you might find C.S. Lewis books inspiring. You might find Dane Ortland inspiring. You might find different sources of encouragement. If you're someone who's more creative, you might find art books encouraging, or specific magazines. So whatever inspires and encourages you, and really think about what do you want more of in your life. Now we're going to dive into some of the planning side of things, and this is where your planner or your notebook are going to come in handy. If you are the kind of person who has a planner, now might be the time to start flipping through it. Just see what schedules and routines you've been using, and really look at, what has been working and what hasn't. So I have a bit of a bullet journal kind of thing going on. I've got some ones. Okay, there we go. So I can see if there's a tick, it means that I've completed the task. If there's a line through it, it means it got cancelled. Absolutely no time was assigned to it. And if there's an arrow, it means I've bumped it forward to the next day. So just by looking at this page, I can see that doing planning and vacuuming on a Thursday didn't work for this week. And so if I look through my previous few weeks, I can probably check and see if that's a pattern, and maybe I need to move those tasks to another day. So that's what we're looking for in our planner. And of course, if you're into planning, you'll be going through your planner and planning events and so forth. So what I'll do a little later on, maybe even after this video, is I'll go through Mrs. Sharp's traditions and just see what days are coming up. I'll see what is coming up in the next few months, and I'll write those in my planner. I'll also go over our main calendar, which lives in the kitchen, and I will write down birthdays and so forth that I want to keep track of, because I look at my planner a lot more than I look at my calendar. So now we're going to break out that notebook. It could just be a scrap notebook. I have this really cool novel journal. I got this, I think it must have been when I was in uni. It's deteriorating, like literally crumbling in my fingers. So this is going to be thrown in the bin. So I'm just using it for writing some notes. Now, a good way to do this is to open to a page where you have 2 pages empty, like this. We're going to title each page. So one page I'm going to title "What is Working?" Is working. The second page I'm going to title "What isn't working?" This is a very simple question, but it's worth reflecting on, especially if you're like me and you get to this time of year and for some reason things just aren't lining up, routines are not being kept. I think it's also like mid-year holidays, school holidays, just everything gets really jumbled. So I recommend grab yourself a warm beverage and sit down and really, really think about these questions. Think about the state of your house, the state of your office, the state of your mind. What do you do in a day? What is working? What is not working? And what do you want more of in your life? Okay? We're just going to think about this. And this is where looking at your diary or your journal is going to come in handy if you just complete mental blank. So I'm going to start with what isn't working, because I feel like what is working, I don't really need to write that down unless it's something I think I'm going to forget to implement again. So I'm just going to jump right into what is not working, and the first thing that comes to my mind is, in capital letters, the study! Exclamation, 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 exclamation. We're in the study right now. You might be able to see behind me. There's ladders. The shelves are overflowing. I don't like what's going on back here. I'm just storing fans and heaters. Things are just getting piled up again, and that is partly because I haven't finished painting this wall and the bit of wall above that you can see. So everything's just being chucked in this corner over here. So I desperately need to work on that. So what isn't working? I've written the study. I'm going to make another heading here. So we've got, where are we? What isn't working? What is working? About halfway down on this page, I'm going to write, how do we change it? How do we change it? Okay, so I'm going to number my points here. 1, tidy / declutter study. Shelving. And I'm making decluttering the study shelving step 1 because a lot of stuff that's meant to be on these shelves right here has ended up on the floor under that ladder, just because those shelves are difficult to get to. And that ladder needs to be moved around for the rest of the painting, so step 1 is clearing that floor. Okay, I'm going to write step 2. To finish painting study. Okay. Now what we're doing here is just getting a really rough plan of what we need to change in our routine, or what we need to change about how our life currently looks. How's your list going? My second point is the kitchen benches. The kitchen benches. The kitchen benches, I just, as I mentioned, get really overwhelmed easily with the kitchen because I'm constantly in there, constantly using it, and other people are using it as well. something that really annoys me. Crumbs from the breadboard. Crumbs from the bread board. Because I make all our own bread, which is great, but it means that people are in the kitchen carving up the slices of bread and we get a lot of breadcrumbs, and I'm the only person who cleans the bench, so you get mountains of breadcrumbs before I get around to cleaning it. Now I think I've worked out the answer to this one. I'm gonna stop making loaves of bread, because really, what do you need a loaf of bread for? You need it if you're gonna slice it into a sandwich, which we never do. Or you need it if you're gonna slice it up and put it in a toaster, which we almost never do. So instead of making bread that needs to be sliced, I'm going to experiment with making buns. So that way we don't need a breadboard, you just pick up your bun and you go. And I think that will keep it fresher for longer as well. So I'll write that down under how do we change it. Bake buns. Bake buns instead of loaves. Now, something else that has not been working for me is my quiet time. Quiet time / Bible study time. Because my daughter has worked out how to open doors, and so previously I was able to get up before her. She'd be awake, but she was happy to play in her room because she couldn't open the door. Didn't complain or anything. She loved it. But now that she can open the door, she's like, oh great, it's the morning, I can go get mum. So I'm still working out how to fit in my quiet time Bible reading, and now that she's at that stage where she just wants to come and get mum and she wants to play, I'm still working on that. I know there's a solution, I don't know what it is yet, but we'll write it down under what isn't working, because I've not really had Bible study time much at all. What else is there? The laundry. I struggle to keep on top of the laundry. Yeah, let's write that down. The laundry. Cleaning. Specifically. Because I stay on top of the laundry, actually doing and folding laundry. I love it. I've been learning to really enjoy it. My problem is keeping the laundry room itself clean in winter and summer, I guess. It's the warmest part of the house. Usually, in winter, it's the warmest part of the house, and it's a bit of a sunroom. So if I have things that need drying, or soaps that need curing and that kind of thing, they can end up on the bench in the laundry, which means I really struggle to keep it clear or organized or tidy. So maybe I just need a weekly day assigned for laundry cleaning. Maybe let's just write down laundry cleaning routine as just a rough idea, because we're not making cement plans yet, we're just making a rough idea. Laundry pleased with how well this year is going, how smoothly it's going. The routines are working okay, but I'm just a bit out of the swing of things. We've had my husband away for a week, we've got school holidays, so our routines just haven't been normal. And they're going to settle down again next week when school goes back. But it's just trying to work out how to bring it all back and fix the little bits like the kitchen, the messy crumbs that are constantly ignored. But other than that, I think it is going quite well. So if you have reached this point as well, you're like, well, that's about all I want to achieve. Those are all the points that I need to fix. Maybe just take a moment now and think about what would you like to add? What would you like to change? Not necessarily to fix a problem, but just what do you want to add in on top of that? Let me write over here. What do you want to add / change? I'm going to write in more nature time, more nature studies. More nature time / studies. Because I've really been enjoying that. Let me show you something. I'll make a different video about this. These birds live in our roof. You can often hear them in the background of videos. It's called a house sparrow. And I thought that was so cool. I've lived here for years and not known what they are. About 4 years. I thought they were some kind of wren or something. But no, it is a house sparrow. So I did that little painting. I've really been enjoying getting to know nature, getting to know and enjoy nature a lot more. Okay, so now that we have all of these things written down, we get to look over our shorter list. So for me, my new goals include fitting in time to tidy and declutter the shelves behind me, finish painting the study, start baking buns instead of loaves of bread, and work out a routine for cleaning the laundry room. I also want to add in more nature time and nature studies, as well as quiet time, if I can work out when to put that in. I like my quiet time at the start of the day, and that's the difficult part. So now, if you're a planning kind of person, you could just write down those goals and stick them on your wall and be done with it. But because I used to be a planner kind of person, I don't know, I've actually stopped using my planner as much through this half of the year, which is probably contributing to my woes, but where are we? Okay, so now you can go into your planner and start writing down tasks when you want to fit them in, when you need to do them. If you have other things you need to include, like meetings or so forth, or in my case, some fun days. I don't know what's coming Surely Thanksgiving isn't the next thing we have. I think there's Remembrance Day as well. A few things, but adding in these fun days to my diary. Just sitting down and reading through the next few months of your planner and adding in anything that you have missed. Something that I've started doing is going through and adding in well in advance, like sitting down right now and just writing in when I'm gonna wash the towels or change the sheets, because I don't do that every week. Towels I do every other week, and bedding I do once a month. So putting those dates in advance, just sitting down and going through and writing it in when it needs to be done is really helpful for me, because I have no concept of time in the grand scheme of remembering when I last washed the towels or something like that. So I'll go and do that in advance, and lo and behold, you've just planned the rest of your year. Had a bit of a reset and a clear out